Twilightanthony here with actually to show my game collection. It was requested by via YouTube message. So we're gonna start with my biggest amount of games, and that's my Xbox 360 games. And it's a lot. I'll try to go over each one of them, but I have a bunch of them, so bear with me. This is the biggest portion of my collection, but let's begin. Okay. Cameo Elements of Power. It actually, the case is kind of beat up, especially up here in the top. I actually played this game out of my collection. It's pretty fun. It if you're going for 100% like achievements, it's practically impossible. Like all the game is just completing the story, and then afterwards you can go back through the levels, and it's impossible to get the score that it wants. Sherlock Holmes, The Testament of Sherlock Holmes. I haven't played it yet. I bought it for my wife, and I think she said that there's like a game-breaking glitch in it, so she couldn't finish it, but I have it. Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2011. My cousin gave this to me. I don't have its original case. That's probably backwards from the camera view, but I have it, and I wish I had the original case for it, but I probably won't play it. I actually played the beginning of it. I got stuck at a part with you had to fight a bear or something. Burger King Pocket Bike Racers. This is actually, I haven't played the other two games that were released with Burger King games, but this actually wasn't that bad, in my opinion. The Xbox Live with it, there was nobody on there to actually play it with you, so it kind of died real fast. It's pretty easy to get the achievements for that. Infinite Undiscovery. I actually played like the hell out of this game. Did not get anywhere. I was trying to go for the there's an achievement to get I think 100 chain or 1,000 chain or something, and I was really high on it, and I never finished it because I was stuck doing that chain. I kept saving it and trying to continue the chain, but I believe that was that game. I don't know. I have a lot of games. Dead Rising, it's the Platinum Hit version, but Dead Rising, the original, it's pretty fun. It's pretty challenging too to try to get all the achievements on here. I spent like 4 days trying to get them, and my wife just cut on the light. So, Avatar: The Burning Earth. I legitimately only bought this game for the achievements, because you can get them all within the first 3 minutes. My wife was the one who actually decided to get the game because she knew about it, but we still have it, still works and everything. Alright, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and then the Forza 2 box thing. It came with, I think it came with my Xbox 360. At least I had a white one, but it broke. But I actually loved Forza. I played it so much. I played the Ultimate Alliance too, but there was achievements for the DLC characters, and you couldn't download it anymore. It's ruining. You have to get the Ultimate Alliance Gold Edition, which I don't have. And Forza 2, it was one of my favorite car games for the Xbox 360. So I enjoyed it a lot. Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, the Lego Star Wars. I actually enjoyed this, but every time I tried to beat it back when I first got it, I was living with my dad. And my sisters would come in there when I was at work or at school, and they'd erase my file and I'd have to restart. And Legos, I mean, if it's fun, but if you have to keep restarting, you do not want to continue playing it. Next, Rage. This is the Anarchy edition. So, I don't know if that means it came out later from the original or not. I actually got it because it was on sale, and my friend Tyler was going to get it too. So then we could play a little bit of multiplayer that's there. It's surprising that it's actually 3 discs. So, on the Xbox 360, I don't know about the PlayStation 3, but they say it's because they have like better textures. I don't know. It looks pretty good. The gameplay is it's really short. You can beat the game in like 5 hours. Turok, the 360 version. I actually loved the original Toroks, especially the N64 versions of them. And this game, it felt towards it, but it felt a lot less like a Turok game and more like just an average first-person shooter. But the online for it wasn't when I got it. The online for it was already dead, so there was no playing with multiplayer. I'm trying to set them up over here because I got a ton more to go through. Forza 3. It's awful. I'm just straight up. I got the edition that comes with the content installation disc. So I don't know if that came with first edition or not, but it's not that great compared to Forza 2 at all. Like the customization is roughly the same, not quite. There's a lot less people who would want to play it. There's a lot less people online with it. I think there's still people playing Forza 2, but it's really not. It doesn't hold up. Fracture. I bought this game for $8. I couldn't. It's a really buggy game because you can manipulate the earth with your guns, and you can you can raise up and down sections of the earth and to get over obstacles. But if you do that with an enemy under it, you can kill the enemy, or just make everything all get buggy and stuff. So I never could finish it because I kept bugging out the game. So, it's pretty fun. It's kind of hard, especially with some of the stuff has some like really good timing to it. The achievements for it, there's only like 2 of them, I believe, that are really sucky because you have to kill people with your bare hand, and the game wasn't built to do that, felt like. But I have it, and it isn't that great. Final Fantasy 13-2. I actually had this game for quite some time before I finally beat it, because at the end of the game it requires quite a bit of leveling, or just being really, really good at timing, or something like that. I just remember it being really hard at the beginning, right before the last boss. I mean, on the last boss, because everything before it was kind of this smooth flowing. But it's alright. It has some weird, unique thing where you can fight enemies, and you can, like, train enemies as pets. And it's alright. I didn't 100% this either, because, I mean, RPGs are hard to 100%. You have to devote a lot of time into them. Alone in the Dark. It actually was pretty fun. I didn't 100% this game, at least the achievements for it, until I actually met my wife, because she liked it so much. She helped me go through and do it, because one of the achievements is to craft every item in the game, which you can do in multiple points of the game, but it requires a lot of running around. So it was pretty good. Final Fantasy 13, the regular. I actually got this from Sam's Club. My friend Billion went half and half on it. He never even wanted to play it. It's also 3 discs, but how they set it up is they're all on the same slide, and it's kind of... I actually had this in a different case for a long time, but I was worried about the other thing messing up because I already beat this. So I just put this back up in there, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to move it around too much. Quake 4. It feels a lot like the early Quake games and the early Doom games. I don't remember if it's made by the same creators as them, but it feels a lot like back then. It's pretty fun actually. The multiplayer is dead for it, and it's been dead for it since before I got the game. So, hey, Rock Band. I actually got it. It says I got it for $13. I don't know if that'd pick up, but I actually didn't spend $13 on it. I think I got it for free. But I only bought it because I had the guitar. I didn't have the rest of it, and I liked some of the songs on here. But I got it for free, so it didn't really matter too much anyways. Alright, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts / Viva Pinata. I got this game because of Viva Pinata. My wife wanted to play it. I had already had Nuts and Bolts in the separate case, but I loaned it to a friend of mine and it ended up disappearing on him. So it was kind of like I can get the game back and get an additional game. And Nuts and Bolts, it's a very iffy game. Viva Pinata I never played. She says it's fun to play, but it's something you could. I mean, there's a lot of hours spent between the two games. Create. I bought this for my wife. I played just a little bit. It's nothing but challenges. Like, you have to build obstacle courses. It's pretty fun. It's probably more fun to play it than to actually watch it. But that's just my opinion. That's not a game. Alright, Sonic Ultimate Genesis Collection. My wife got this for me. I don't know how she got it, but it's pretty cool. 100%ing it, some of the achievements are incredibly tough because of it requires you to like be really good at a certain type of game. But you get a bunch of games in just a collection. It's all Sega Genesis games, which I mean, the Sega Genesis era was pretty good. So I mean, it's worth playing. Condemned 2 Bloodshot. Upon like completing Condemned 1, the expectations were a little high for this game, and it isn't that great in comparison. The scares aren't as good or anything. I mean, I think you got a better rating. You know, I'll hold it up. I think you got a better rating than Condemned 1, but I believe Condemned 1 was actually a better game than it. I mean, it's worth playing if you like horror games, but it's not like Slenderman type of horror or anything. It was before that. Alright, Gears of War, the first one. I got this actually back right after Gears 2 came out, so it was already pretty much dead by the time I got it. It's a pretty fun game though. I don't think anyone ever is on it anymore. There's a few achievements you can go through, but they have the Seriously achievement, which if you're going for achievements, do not start on any Gears for a Seriously achievement. Silent Hill HD Collection, it comes with Silent Hill 2 and 3. I did that backwards. 2 and 3. Don't get it. It's broken on the Xbox 360. They refuse to update the game because they don't want to spend money on the update for the Xbox 360 version, so you can't finish it. There's a game breaking. They're not glitches. There's game breaking parts. So it's worthless. Call of Duty 3. I actually can't remember too much about it because I got this early when I got an Xbox. It's a Call of Duty game. It's based on World War II, but it's alright. It ain't too bad. Excuse me. Condemned Criminal Origins. This one's a lot better than Condemned 2. You see, I got the Platinum Hits version, which means it isn't the original version. But it's a lot more. It's a lot scarier than Condemned 2. Condemned 2 did have its scary parts. Don't get me wrong, But this one, I believe, is a lot more scarier. Or a lot scarier. Crisis 2. I got the limited edition, so it gives you bonus experience and some other stuff. It's not bad. I actually like the multiplayer. I went through this game and, like, the first time I played it, I didn't, like, get into the game at first, but then I went back and got into it. And, it's actually a lot of fun. Even though you can run through the game and just cloak. Well, you can sprint through big progression of the game, then hide, cloak, sprint, and just do that in like some cycle. And you could beat the whole game in a couple hours. I beat it on hard doing that, but I mean, I like the game. The multiplayer isn't bad, but I think it's dead now. That's an empty case. Fear Files. This isn't its original case, but yeah, it's a black case. I actually couldn't get into this game. Like, I heard Fear was a super scary game and stuff, and so I got it and wanted to play it. But I've gotten to, like, I think the 3rd chapter, and there's only been a couple occasional jump scares. And I mean, it's not even that good of an FPS at all. So I really haven't dedicated enough time into it, I guess. But alright, Call of Duty 2. Again, I can't really remember too much about it. I know this one, if you just beat on Veteran, you get all the achievements. On, I think 3, you had to play multiplayer to get on all the achievements. But so this is this one's a little bit more worth getting if you're going for the achievements. But Veteran's always hard. Borderlands Game of the Year Edition. This is actually my 3rd copy of Borderlands. Because of, like, they breaking. I actually, sadly enough, I only got this to get 1 achievement. I had already finished the game, but I was missing achievement for the arena, or the Underdome, or whatever it was called. I can't remember. I might say it. But, you don't gain any experience for doing them until the end, and I was already max level and stuff, so it wasn't really great for it at all. Sonic 06. I got it. I could not beat it. It's broken. I mean, you could beat it. I could probably beat it if I dedicated enough time into it. But it's, you know, everyone says it's broken. It's true. It's broken. I actually bought it from my wife because she wanted to play it, and I kept telling her it was broken. It's broken. So, LA Noire. It actually got a lot of praise for it. To me, it felt just like a old, like, 1960 GTA. They say that the facial features kind of tell you if the people are lying when you're doing stuff. It's an alright game, but I wouldn't believe the hype over the game at all. It wasn't as good as I expected it to be. If you notice my games are out of order, it's because I kind of have a lot of shuffled up and I have to fix them and stuff. And they all weren't on my shelf, they were also down in the cupboard. Gears of War 3. I liked it as a Gears of War franchise. I liked it. The campaign. I didn't like the multiplayer. I'm gonna be straight up with that. I didn't like the multiplayer because you had to have the DLC to have the dedicated online, and I didn't want to spend the money for all these expansion packs and stuff that were for it, or the game, or the season pass. So it sucked for me. Street Fighter 4 Super, which isn't in the original case, but I bought this like a week before it was free on Xbox Live, which it actually came free with the Ultra. It was Super Street Fighter 4 Ultra Arcade Edition, and it was free right after I bought that. So this is what I was talking about. Last Remnant. This is the one that I didn't finish because there was chains that you had to do. Well, it was an achievement to do so many chains, and I was in the middle of doing that, and it took so long that I kind of forgot what I was supposed to do, and also the progression through the game wasn't that great, so yeah, it's not that great of a game, at least in my opinion. I didn't finish it, just throwing it out there. Xbox Live Arcade. I didn't get the arcade. I got this because it's fun. At least a couple of the games are, because it comes with Pac-Man Championship Edition. Top of the case is broken, but it comes with Pac-Man Championship Edition, which I love. The Pac-Man Championship Edition. It also came with Uno, Boom Boom Rockets, and Feeding Frenzy, and Luxor. I think it's Luxor. And Arcade Championship Edition is why I bought it, but my sisters would play the Feeding Frenzy. And Boom Boom Rockets you could actually use the guitar for, and it made that hell of a lot easier to get. Each one of the games have a separate 200 achievements too. Assassin's Creed 3. It's kind of what killed me in the Assassin's Creed series, because of it seemed more devoted onto the multiplayer than the story, because the story was, unless you explored through it all, it was more of just a straightforward thing. You would do a little mission, talk to someone, skip so many weeks or whatnot into the future. So it wasn't super. It really, I mean, I'm not big on Assassin's Creed anymore because of Assassin's Creed 3. Like, I bought Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, got the flag and everything, the big box set. But that game is more of just a boat simulator, honestly. But Assassin's Creed Revelations, one of my favorite ones out of Assassin's Creed series, but it's still it has its up and downs. Left 4 Dead 2. Obviously it's a Left 4 Dead game, so it's pretty good. It's a zombie game. I didn't like on the Left 4 Dead series that you had to have people playing with you, because I mean there was computers and you could beat them. You could beat the campaign with the computers, but you could not do it on expert. It was practically impossible. Not only that, if you tried to solo, you can't solo the game without having the computers, and you would need the computers to even keep you alive because of the special infected. So it kinda, yeah. And then they added more special effect on the second one, so it's not that great either. I'm only about halfway through my game. Halo 3 ODST. I actually originally only bought this for the Halo Reach beta when that was out, and it's actually not that bad. It is a Halo game, but it's not from a Master Chief perspective, and it's actually pretty good. I liked it. The firefight's pretty good. Me and my friends actually all got together when to do the Vidmaster achievements and to do the firefight to get to the fourth wave, fourth set. We were on the very last wave. None of us had any weapons. We had over 30 lives and lost them all. It was very depressing. It was a long time before any of us went back to get them. But we did the campaign one, then we did that. But we never. I don't believe I actually got all the Vidmasters in time, anyways, for the special thing. Sims 3, got it from my wife. She loves it. It crashes a lot, just like the PC version. So, Devil May Cry HD Collection. It actually came with Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3. 2 not being that great, 3 being amazing, and 1 being very freaking hard. I like them all. I like Devil May Cry 4. I like Devil May Cry the remake. So, I generally like Capcom games. But yeah, Burnout Paradise. I love the soundtrack for the game. I actually love the Burnout 3 was my favorite one, and then Burnout Revenge. So Burnout Paradise was already going to be one of the games that I would own. But yeah, it's fun. It is. It's fun. The achievements don't. Yeah, I wouldn't really stress out trying to go for them. It's probably dead now, anyways. Dead Space 2. I actually liked it. The multiplayer that they had for it, even though you had to pay to get the multiplayer, which was a little on the selfish side, it was incredibly fun to play. I actually went for the achievement to beat, I think it was professional mode or something. It was a super hard achievement. You had to literally beat you couldn't die. If you died, you were screwed. And you only had like 3 saves or something. But it's fun. I like Dead Space. Dishonored. I actually got this from my friend recently. I still haven't played it. I'm gonna be straight up honest. I heard it was an amazing game, and I will eventually play it, but I have not played it yet. So, Resident Evil 6. One of the worst Resident Evil games out of all of them. No, I wouldn't call it the worst. I actually got the Archives edition when it first came out. It came with Resident Evil 4, 5 with the Gold edition, so it came with all the DLC. Resident Evil 6, the Degeneration movie, which was about Leon, and a Resident Evil Code Veronica X HD, which I think I actually owned it beforehand. So, no, I owned 4. When Resident Evil 4 came out for the Xbox Arcade, I bought 4 on there, and then this came with it, so I ended up giving 4 to a friend. And I already have 5, so I ended up using this code and giving 5 to a friend. But, so it's pretty cool. But 6, it'd take me too long to explain why I don't like it as much. Call of Duty World at War, the creation of the zombie mode. That's pretty much all I could say. It's about World War II, I think. I can't really tell. It's another Call of Duty game. It's alright. It could have been better. It had a multiplayer campaign with a score system to it, so Bayonetta, have not finished it. I got stuck. I played it and then I stopped for a while, and now I can't figure out what I'm supposed to do. And I really don't want to look up a walkthrough for it. But I heard it's a good game, and they just released Bayonetta 2 for the Wii U. Borderlands 2. I actually got the first season pass, and I didn't finish the first season pass. Like, I got up to the Dragon Fortress thing, the story thing, but I didn't really finish it. It got too boring for me. And then they released the second season pass, and now the Borderlands pre-sequel, so it's pretty much dead too. At least to me. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Amazing multiplayer back when it was out. Now it's just full of modders. Again, all you gotta do is beat the game on Veteran, get all the achievements. Portal 2. There's like 2 achievements in this game that's even hard. And the only reason it's hard is because you have to find someone who hasn't played the game to friend you and play the multiplayer campaign. The multiplayer beginning. Bioshock / Oblivion. I actually bought this because recently my wife got into Skyrim, and she wanted to go back and play Oblivion. So the only way I could find a copy of Oblivion was with Bioshock, so I got it. I think it's the Game of the Year edition too, so it came with all the DLC like Shivering Isles and whatnot. and it's fun. And you know, Bioshock, we got 2 copies of it. Bioshock's amazing. I actually own it also on PC, I believe. Prince of Persia: Forgotten Sands. It's a Prince of Persia game, so you're gonna fall 5 feet and die. It's pretty fun though, and it has a couple of challenging things. It's nice to see a Prince of Persia on the new console, but they could have worked with it. I think it was actually based off the movie, but I really didn't care too much for the movie. Borderlands. I told you I had another copy of this. I already talked about it. This one's just the original copy. Not original copy, just Platinum Hits. But, it's just Borderlands 1. Sonic Unleashed, I bought this from my wife. She said that she, liked it. I haven't played it. Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition. I have had this thing since the Game of the Year Edition first came out. I love this game. I played it multiple times. I have like a whole renegade character, a whole good character. It's pretty good. Achievement wise, it takes quite a bit of some time, especially if you're going for all the achievements, because that requires you to have a level 30 renegade and whatnot. Assassin's Creed 2. This is, in my opinion, one of the best Assassin's Creed games. It starts the story with Ezio, and you start learning his character from the beginning. My wife actually, that's the one she played originally and fell in love with. Guitar Hero 3, Legends of Rock, one of the best Guitar Hero games. If you ever see a guitar for the Xbox and you plan on getting it, get this game. That's the only game that's really worth getting. Has an amazing soundtrack. Almost every song in there is great. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, another good game. This comes straight off of Assassin's Creed 2 and continues the story. The Orange Box. Originally, I believe when this came out, it was only $20. I think it's still $20. But it came with Portal 2. Not Portal 2. Came out with Portal, then Half-Life 2, Half-Life Episode 1 and 2, which hopefully Half-Life 3. Or Half-Life Episode 3. But you know they're not going to do that. Valve said they're never going to make it through Team Fortress 2. The achievements on here, do not get this if you want to get 100%. Because there's some really tough achievements on here. Like, the Portal achievements are ludicrous in their difficulty. Alright. Getting close to the end. Alright. Assassin's Creed 1. I started it. It should have ended it. That's all I really got to say. Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. This is pretty much the worst Resident Evil game. It isn't the worst, but it's one of the worst. Because at the end of the story, it's supposed to take place sometime during Resident Evil 2. At the end of the game, you have the choice of killing Leon. That doesn't make any sense to any type of story. Batman Arkham City Game of the Year Edition. This is an amazing game. The Batman Arkham series, amazing series. If you're going off my opinion, that's totally, you should buy it. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I actually forgot I had this. I haven't bought Ghost, but that Black Ops 2 isn't as good as Black Ops 1, but it's alright. Devil May Cry 4 Collector's Edition, so it's the steelbook and everything. As Nero's hand and Dante. I actually already have Devil May Cry 4 somewhere. Yeah, it's coming up. But we actually seen this up at GameStop for like $3. And my wife was like, "It's the steelbook. You should totally get it." So I bought it. Alright. Resident Evil 5. The steelbook. I do have the games and everything. I should have showed it for Resident Evil 4. I'm at Devil May Cry. Let's see. the game, and what was the other one? I don't know, some video. But Resident Evil 5, I got this one on the release night, and it's alright. It is not a letdown, but it is fun. Dark Souls 2. I got the statue that came with Dark Souls 2 on the release night too. I love this game. I haven't played it in so long, but I want to. I actually got DLC for it and still haven't played it. I've been busy doing other stuff, and PlayStation 3 I've been playing games on. Devil May Cry 4, like I said, I already owned it. Amazing game. Kingdom Under Fire Circle of Doom. Some of the hardest achievements I've ever went for is on here. Except from Orange Box. The Orange Box is totally the hardest achievements I've ever went for. But on here, it requires so much grinding. Getting all characters up to 100 and level 20. That's a lot of grinding. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Again, this comes straight off of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which was amazing. This one's amazing. I love it more than the Black Ops series, or even Advanced Warfare. Now that it's out, I've played it. I own it on PS3. Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year Edition. This was actually cheaper than the Red Dead Redemption regular edition. It was like $7 cheaper at the GameStop. And I got it to play with my friend because of the multiplayer that's on here. And my wife is actually who finished it. I didn't finish it. I mean, I like it. It's just, it felt, I don't know, I didn't really get into it. And also, I think, I got it around the time Diablo 3 came out. So I was playing Diablo 3. Sonic Generations. One of the best, if not the best, Sonic game ever, in my opinion. Halo Anniversary. Again, if you're going for achievements, it's hard. You have to beat the campaign on the hardest difficulty, and then you have to like speed running stuff on some of the levels. Mortal Kombat Complete Edition. So it comes with the extra DLC characters. It's fun for a Mortal Kombat game. It actually is on like the top 5 Mortal Kombat game. But the campaign, it kind of feels a little sloppy. Like they just kind of threw the lore of Mortal Kombat up in it as fast as they could. Ninja Gaiden 2. Again, some hard achievements. Beating the entire game with one particular weapon is ludicrous. Alright, down to the last handful of games for Xbox 360. Alright, Soul Calibur 5. It's alright. It isn't as good as like Soul Calibur 2 was, obviously. Soul Calibur 3 was worse. Soul Calibur 4 I liked. I don't actually believe I have Soul Calibur 4 anymore. But Soul Calibur 5 I did like. But again, my cousin hated it. It's up and down. I like it though. I do. Mortal Kombat. Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD Collection. This comes with Budokai 1 and Budokai 3. I don't know why Budokai 2 wasn't on here, but Budokai 3 totally makes up for it because Budokai 3 was amazing. Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. I had the regular edition, no limited edition, nothing special. I actually had paid for the DLC for my wife to play it. I never finished the main campaign on it because my game kept bugging out for some reason. Like there was a point where I walked out of a town and I got attacked by like 3 dragons, and I couldn't beat the dragons, so I had to create a new file because I didn't make multiple saves. And then I had played for like hours and didn't save it, and I ended up drowning because I was walking and I didn't notice the bar was up there, but it was just showing me walking. There was no like swim animation. What it was for some reason the water didn't load into the game, but the area was still supposed to be a swimming area. So I ended up drowning thinking I was walking, and it messed me up. Diablo 3. I enjoyed this a lot. I got to level 50 by myself on here, which was a hell of a lot more grinding. I could have played with someone and ended up getting a lot faster. The online multiplayer isn't as good as the PC version at all, but it still holds its own. Crackdown. This is fun. It's way better if you have someone to play it with, though. Because I played this originally by myself, and then it became free on Xbox Live, like, a couple months back. And it's way better playing with someone than by yourself. Silent Hill Homecoming. It's a good Silent Hill game. The achievements are a little iffy because of there's like 5 endings to the game, and you have to beat the game by doing certain things. And it took me forever. I had to beat the game like 20 times in order to get the other endings, because it wouldn't work for me the right way. Dead Space 3. I actually got this like a month after Dead Space 3 came out for like $30 off of the EA was the website. And my friend Billy ordered it for me, and I paid him back for it. So that was really cool getting that. Halo Reach. The achievements for this, there's a lot of expansion packs, and I don't know if anyone plays it anymore, so this isn't really worth getting if you're wanting to go for 100%. Devil May Cry, the new one, which is, in my opinion, it isn't the best, but it's up there. Out of the 5 Devil May Cry games that are there, this one is probably number 3. And this is the last game, Halo 4. I actually believe they had more games. I don't know. I didn't probably pull them all out. But Halo 4, it is the 4th in Halo. It was not that great. The multiplayer kind of died down a lot. Beating the campaign, you can do it by yourself. It's not hard on Legendary. It really isn't. But that's all the games that I could at least find out of all my games. If I get any more, I'll repost them up here as a new video and try to extend the video a little bit. But thank you for watching. This has been Twilightanthony with my Xbox 360 collection. Thank you.